So there definitely are some key techniques that I would recommend for when you are video editing. The biggest one that I press on a lot of people that I teach is stay organized. And I mean that it's very, very easy to let a project get out of control. And then once it's out of control, it's very, very hard to reorganize it in a way that everyone sort of understands what's happening. By stay organized, I mean, when you are assembling a sequence, keep it structured. Don't overuse video tracks and audio tracks that you don't need. I mean, I've worked in projects before where I've taken over from another editor and I've had 16, 17 video tracks when all I needed was 4. So compress the sequences, keep it organized, dated folders, put as much information about the rushes in your projects as possible. Because like I say, if you're doing something like a feature film or a documentary series, you need to stay organized because it is the editor's responsibility to keep that project organized so that when a director or a producer comes in and asks them to reassemble and edit, they can do that in a prompt fashion. The other thing I'd say, which is also a really important technique to focus on when film editing, is stay focused on your audio. A lot of people tend to sort of, focus a lot on the visuals because obviously it is what we're seeing right in front of us. So, it's hard to sort of disregard that, and you shouldn't disregard that. You should always focus on both, but audio is one that really needs some nurturing, especially say if you've received footage where something's happened on set, maybe there's like a constant buzz or a ringing sound in that audio. A lot of the time people will tend to forgive a bad visual, but they don't tend to forgive bad audio because as an audience, our ears are a bit more susceptible because we are always listening, but not necessarily always looking at the films we're watching. But I think it's really important to take care of your audio, make sure it's synced, make sure you've cleaned it up as best you can. And what I mean by that is if there is like a sort of a humming noise or a ringing noise, you can use tools like within Adobe Premiere Pro, you can use sort of DSs, dehummers to sort of clean up that audio and try and repair it as best you can. And just always stay focused on it. Maybe try and avoid, a lot of people tend to cut the audio at the same time as the visual, which for the spectator can actually be quite abrupt because what it does is it reveals the cut that you've made within that film. So just avoid those and just keep that audio track maybe just running a few frames over the next track and just to blend those two together nicely.